Hi beautiful people, it's me again, Chris, and today I want to talk to you about something very important, and it is self-control. Self-control is going to determine a lot in your life. It's going to determine how far you're going to go. It's going to determine what kind of family you will raise. It's going to determine the kind of friends you have. It's going to determine the impact you will make, your legacy. So think about how much of a self-control you have and compare yourself to the best version of you that you can be and you know you can be. Self-control is something that you can develop, you can strengthen it, you can become a master at it. What is self-control? It's really an ability to control your impulses. You're basically aware of what your mind is asking you to do, and you can determine if it is serving you. And if it doesn't, you're not going to do it. You're not going to let your mind control you, and instead you're going to control your mind. Most people are not aware. They're not paying attention to impulses they have. They're just going along with the flow. And that's why you see people having such bad habits that destroying their lives. You probably have someone in your family that have a habit that is incredibly destructive to their life and negatively impacts other people in their life. You may have a habit like that. And I know how it feels. I had to develop self-control, and I'm working at it every day. For me, some of the biggest things that I have extreme control over is not getting distracted because of how my mind works. It is all over the place. I get distracted. I move from this to this to this. I don't even remember what I started to work on because I switch constantly. If I don't have extreme self-control and tell myself this is what we are working on now and we are not going to get distracted, I don't care what is going on. Unless it is an extreme emergency, this is what you are working on right now, and you're not going to get distracted. And that is the only way that I can be effective. I obviously am not able to work like that throughout the entire day because there are so many things that have to be done, and I don't know all of the things that need to be done on a specific day. A lot of it comes my way throughout the day, but I have to allocate certain amount of hours per day where I just focus on those big projects that otherwise will get neglected, and then that tendency to get distracted and being focused on too many things so nothing big gets done is something that is very distracting for me and something that is negatively impacting people around me. So determine what is it for you. What is it for you that you need to have extreme self-control over? And the impulses that you may need to have self-control over can be just emotions like doubt, shame, being afraid what people will think about you. And you have to have self-control to not let those things stop you. Identify what are the things that you need to have self-control over. Be aware of what is going on in your mind. Identify the things that you need to have self-control over. Be aware of what is going on in your mind. And just understand that it is just a thought. It's a thought. It does not control your life. Often we are afraid of things that are not going to happen. There's a quote that goes something like, "A coward dies 1,000 times and the brave man only dies once." Because a coward is afraid of all the little things, all the big things, all the things that can happen but never happen. But the brave man is not thinking about what if and then gets scared. The brave man goes through life, takes action, and only dies once at the end of the life. Of course, I don't think that someone who is worried about things is a coward. I think that's a harsh quote, but it's an effective quote. So if you tend to think about what if, and being scared, and if that is part of something you have to have self-control over, a quote like that can help. Another quote I want to share with you is a ship is safe at the shore, but that is not what it was built for. Amazing quote, isn't it? And it's applicable in so many situations in life. Yes, you can be very safe sitting in your home your entire life, but that is not why you were born. You were born to do something incredible. Who said that your potential is anything less than potential of somebody like Steve Jobs, who changed so many people's lives with items that make them happy every day? Who said that your potential is anything less than that of your favorite singer? Someone you love, they make you happy when you hear them sing. Who said that your potential is anything less than of a person that develops some medication that saves your mom's life or your dad's life? Who says that your potential is anything less than of anybody that you admire? So don't think small, think big. You can do incredible things. The ship is safest at the shore, but it is not what it was built for. Okay, so maybe it's not the safest there, but it's safe. It's safer than when it is in the ocean, somewhere far away from the land, and there's a storm and you don't know what's going to happen. But that's what it was built for, right? For travel and for fishing and for transporting goods, for making the world go forward. It wasn't built to be stuck there at the shore, right? And so is your life. So is you. You were born to do incredible things. And so don't let a lack of self-control stop you. You know, as we grow old, we don't have anyone parenting us anymore. So we need to parent ourselves. And that is something I realized really long time ago. I think maybe when I was 21. And I just started parenting myself with the iron fist. I would be very well aware of my impulses. For example, that I don't want to work so hard. I don't want to work 7 days a week, every waking moment. And I have been doing it all this time, every single year, every single day. But I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the impulses to rest and to have fun and to, go to a nightclub and just do fun things. Spend time with my friends and, do all the fun things everyone is doing. And I just developed this ability to have an iron fist and be like a parent to myself and know what is my mission, what is my goal, be very long-term focused, know that if I fail, there will be nobody who can take care of my family. I am literally the last resort. I am the last hope. And there were so many situations already throughout my life now when my family was in incredible trouble. And the only way they survived was because I worked so hard all my life that I was in a position to step in and fix things. So think about, do you need to parent yourself better? Maybe you need to be a better disciplinarian in your life. Develop some self-discipline, and the discipline starts with promises you make to yourself, because it is much easier to keep promises to other people, especially if it is not someone who will forgive you, but someone like your boss. But to keep promises to yourself, to keep promises to people who you know will forgive you, is much harder. So start there. The discipline starts there. Start developing a way of operating that if you tell yourself you're going to do something, you're going to put it in your calendar, and you know it's going to happen no matter what. And if there is some kind of extreme emergency, you're going to reschedule it, but it will take place. It will get done because you promised yourself. And promises to yourself are the most important promises. Give yourself more self-control and put yourself back at the steering wheel. Control your life. Don't let your impulses control your life. Control your life. You can do it. You can do it. You have the power within you to be this incredible person that you don't even know yet you can be. And one of the key ingredients for that is discipline, self-control, continuous learning and improvement, setting huge goals that are not only serving you but serving the world, and taking steps towards them, those goals every day, no matter what. It all adds up and you start building momentum. And before you know it, things are easier to do. It's like climbing a mountain. Imagine you are hiking and there's this huge mountain, well, not huge, but like relatively big hill, a huge hill. And you're going up that hill, and it's so hard. And it's so hard. And then eventually you get to the top. And you see this amazing view, the scenery, the ocean, the mountains, the blue sky. You see that little boat in the distance, all the houses on the hills. And then you continue going down. And it's not hard anymore. It's easier. It's almost no effort because there is momentum. It's easy to go downhill. So when you start, you're going uphill, but at some point you will get to the top and you will start going downhill. And don't mix the metaphors. When I'm saying you're going downhill, I'm saying it in terms of that you're going to feel the momentum and it will be easier. There will be less effort to continue on your journey. Not that your life will go downhill. And if you do have things in your life where you need self-control because it's very destructive, and if you can completely remove it, I would completely remove it, because it's easier in my experience to completely remove a bad habit than to do it a little bit. So for example, if you're addicted to something, having it just a little bit is harder in my experience than just completely removing it. So whenever I felt that I'm kind of too attached to chocolate, I would just cut it out. And I remember there was a period, very short, very brief period, maybe like 2 weeks, when I was having a glass of wine every night. I was having a glass, well, not a glass, half a glass of white wine every night. And then I started noticing that I need it. When time comes and I kind of around the time when I have it, it's like I cannot wait to have it. It becoming a dependency. And as soon as that happened, I cut it out completely. All alcohol. I wasn't drinking before that, basically never. And after that, I completely cut it out. And I have alcohol now once in a blue moon when I need to have it as part of kind of fitting in with social environment. Because everyone is having a glass of wine, I will have like few sips to just experience whatever everyone is experiencing, a nice time together. But that is once in a blue moon. Generally, I will be drinking sparkling water and I will not feel bad about it, because I think you need to be happy without alcohol. And if you're not happy without alcohol, you need to fix things in your life to be happy instead of finding happiness in alcohol. And no judgment again. I think as long as people don't hurt other people, they obviously they should do whatever they think is right. But in my experience, if you have a destructive habit, and it can be many things, it can be bulimia, it can be overeating specific food, and in my experience, the easiest thing is just to cut it out completely. And it's hard in the beginning, but it gets so much easier as time passes by. And because you completely cut it out from your life, at some point it's not a battle anymore. It does not even exist in your life anymore. So very shortly after I cut out that half a glass of wine per night completely, I was completely okay with not having it. The first few days I really wanted it, but I had to exercise self-control. And another very interesting thing is that you can trick your mind to make it easier. So for me, it's very hard for me to waste money. Because I came from such a poor background and not having anything in the beginning of my life, and when in my early 20s not having anything at all, being completely poor and not having even money to buy food, when I throw something away, it just hurts me, because I know there are people out there who really need this food. I cannot throw away food. I cannot throw away things. Like it's very hard for me to throw away anything or waste any money. And I remember that situation with wine. The trick that I played on myself is that I literally there was a half a bottle of wine left in the refrigerator. I poured it down the drain. And that worked so well, because psychologically I just couldn't even justify buying another bottle, because I threw away half of it before. So how can I justify buying another one? I could have saved the other one if my decision was to continue having half a glass of wine per night. So you can try to find a trick that will help you, and there is no shame in it. Use tricks with your mind, whatever helps you to have self-discipline and to get rid of destructive behavior. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel. As you know, this is a new channel. I just recently started it a few months ago, and as you can see, it's growing very slowly, and the fact that you guys are subscribing, however slowly, it still gives me, every new subscriber gives me motivation to continue going, continue investing in building out this channel for you guys. So every new subscriber means a lot to me, and I always get very happy when I see, oh, there's another new subscriber, and I check out, oh, who it is. Oh, great, I'm so excited. And it really gives me motivation that our kind of little community growing, and I should continue investing in building out this channel because it is helpful. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below. Let me know what are the things that you found in the past that helped you with self-control. I'm always open to learn new things and always looking forward to share things with you that I learn or discover for myself. And I think it's so important for us all to help each other and lift each other up so that we can realize this tremendous potential within each and every one of us. Stay focused, stay productive, do good things for the world, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.